Hey y'all. So I took off the arm part because it was driving me nuts. And this is what I was talking about when I said I had a chair. Um, this is actually one of these child seats. I found it in the garbage. It was really good condition. Actually, it was my neighbors. They got rid of it. And yeah, it's nice because originally my idea was to use an aluminum racing seat. The problem is that even an aluminum racing seat is going to have so much metal that's not being used. In other words, it's easier to make a tube chassis out of steel than a unibody out of aluminum. I don't know if that makes sense to anyone. But and not to mention cutting the aluminum, and it might not fit right, and it just, I didn't want to go through that fucking hassle with aluminum. And again, once I cut it, it loses the idea of the strength. So you're gonna have to put tube on it anyway. So, and racing seats, no matter how lightweight they are, again, you're gonna run into the same fucking problem. And carbon fiber, you're fucked because now you gotta cut the carbon fiber and refart carbon fiber. Yeah, fuck all that shit. So this little plastic seat just works great. As you can see, the head part is missing because now I have to attach the head part to this. So as you guys can see, this is to show you the evolution. Originally I made a whole cage, and then I realized, just watching my own videos, I guess, since I'm putting what's called a 5-point harness, the idea would be that this exoskeleton would be like on something, and I sit down into it and then just strap myself in. And the 5-point harness basically goes from here, 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 and from up here. So it grabs you from all points. So it's kind of like putting on a parachute or something. So literally you have this thing on you. And then the idea would be then the rest of the exoskeleton would be strapped in, and I would basically be almost like a puppeteer. But since the exoskeleton has gimbals, which kind of negate the weight of the exoskeleton, it would give me a lot of mobility while having a shit ton of armor and maybe some really fucking gnarly pew-pews. So again, the idea of a mecha, it's like you're not going to use a mecha for anything else but warfare. So I'm kind of building this with that in mind. A combat mech. Unfortunately, some of the greatest jumps in science and technology that we've ever done has been to find better ways to kill each other. So, but again, it's something that who the fuck doesn't like giant robots? So again, I took off the arms and stuff. Right now, what you're looking at is me. And again, this is part of the process. I realized I don't need these guys at all. Because once again, since I'm going to strap into this shit, what do I need this for? I can have the front close over this. I got to make the tubing for here. So the lumbar should come out to here and to here. So in other words, I can get into it, put my shoulders onto it. I'll foam these things so they're more comfortable because they do feel like shit now. They're not falling in exactly the right spot. So again, but just to give the idea, the thing I like about the plastic also is that this kind of plastic, you can get a heat gun and you can melt it. So you can kind of like form it into whatever the hell you want, and I could cut it very easily with a Dremel to get it to the shape that I want. Ideally, this part that's sticking out here won't be there. This will be metal. And ideally what I want is like almost like a cage. So once I get into this, I'm thinking the chest will kind of latch onto this side with a hinge on this side, and then have the helmet part just come down and then also latch and hinge and stuff. So it's kind of like the idea of what I'm going for. And inside the thing itself, I'm probably going to have like a mask and almost like a pilot in an aircraft is what I'm thinking. Maybe not as much shit around my head, but at least the headphones and maybe like just a basic Kevlar helmet inside the unit itself. But so far, like I said, this actually worked really well. Again, this is lighter than anything that I could have bought racing, either what do you call this? Carbon fiber. I should never do these videos. Hi. Carbon fiber or aluminum, or even, you know, the traditional steel tube with you know, all the padding and shit. This is ridiculous light, and it gives me exactly what I want. The only thing I notice is that the lumbar doesn't fall exactly where it's supposed to. I like where these guys fall right now, but the problem is when I put the lumbar where it's supposed to go, then these guys get in the way of my arms. And again, since it's plastic and it's not structural, all I gotta do is just cut the lumbar part up, raise it up, bolt it in, or, you know, JB Weld or whatever, and have it fall where I need it to go. And so again, this is, again, part of the evolution of the EXO. You know, you find things that work and don't work. So more importantly than just showing a finished product is to see the mindset of, well, now I have this problem. How do I get to this problem? How do I solve this problem? Which is one of the things that I really appreciate on YouTube videos, which is when people, I see them, like the mind, like they build the first one and it didn't work. I said the second one, oh man, a third one a little bit better. So again, I hope this kind of helps somebody out, or I'm just doing this because I'm nuts, and I figure that it might be entertaining for somebody else to see me, you know, make a jackass out of myself. So, but again, I'm very happy with the way this kind of is coming out, except again, I gotta trim this, then I gotta put the part for the head. So again, it'll strap in, I'll strap into it. In fact, gotta buy a 5-point harness on eBay, and then I can focus on just making this. I don't have to focus on making the front anymore, which saves me a lot of time and effort. I just make the back part that I'm going to sit into, put the legs, how they're going to move and everything, and then I can figure out where the gimbals will attach to make the legs be able to lift easier, and the arms. And then once that's done, then comes adding the outside armor, which will also like help me keep everything in place as well. So this shit is kicking in now, so I think this video went to shit. Peace.